Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're very gentle because even one touch to the skin will lead in a big bruise. And today I will be reviewing the LEGO Movie 2 Rex Rexplorer 70835. This seemed like a very good set on paper, and when I built it, it lived up to my expectations. However, this does not mean I'm biased in any way, shape, or form to this set. In fact, later down the line, I will address the many negatives that this set has. And in fact, one of them being that this is a little bit too small for a 1000 plus piece set. In the past, quite some years ago, when you get almost a 1200 piece set, it would be much larger. Here is a comparison of this set and the Clone Turbo Tank from 2010. The Clone Turbo Tank only has 1141 pieces, compared to the new Rex Explorer, which has 1187 pieces, meaning this new set has a lot more pieces. Well, not a lot more, but still more pieces. And just judging by that, this set should be bigger than the Clone Turbo Tank set. However, it's not, because it's a lot denser. Dense builds means it has a lot less surface area. So actually, when you're playing with it, you're gonna think that it's a smaller set. However, density doesn't always mean bad, because since it's more dense, it'll be a lot harder to break. I do wish LEGO made their newer models not as dense as this, and so they'd be as large or larger than the Clone Turbo Tank. This new decision by LEGO to make their models a lot more dense can be seen as both a positive and a negative. And it felt pretty easy to build, just within a matter of a couple of hours. This goes to show how LEGO can optimize their instructions and make them as easy to follow as possible. Now the engine pods over here really help complete this model. They're designed in a very good way, and in fact these sloped elements and the fact that you can't see the studs on the underside of these engine pods means that the designers really took their time to achieve a very good look. Each engine pod can be fully articulated in each direction, so if the ship wants to turn left, right, forward, backwards, it can do that no problem. You may have noticed one green pod. This is an intentional design choice made by the LEGO designers, and I do really like it, because if it were all blue, for example, it would be a lot more bland, and it wouldn't really have any interesting elements to show off just from the exterior of the model. And over here there is a very nice technique used. It uses two jumper elements as well as a cheese slope, a 1x2 cheese slope, to sort of give it a little bit more life and to add some texture to the model. There are 4 stud shooters used throughout this model. The top ones stick out just a little bit, and they make it look kinda ugly, but that may be just my bias speaking, because I'm not really a fan of stud shooters, since these studs or bullets are very easy to lose. Speaking of ranged attacks, I do really like that they have spring-loaded missiles, and they're really well hidden, so you can't actually make them out and instantly tell that, hey, these are stud shooters. They don't make the model look ugly, they actually add some depth to it, and they're actually quite nice. Activated by these hidden levers, they can shoot pretty far, from 20 to 30 feet. But you don't even have to do anything with your hands really, just to activate them. You simply push this switch up to activate them. It's as simple as that. You don't have to push your finger in and get in the way, break something. No, it's simple. I do really appreciate that the designers took their time to seamlessly design this spring-loaded function. It reminds me a lot of the 2016 Fortrix, which had hidden disc shooters, like this one has hidden spring-loaded missiles. I do also really love these fake cannons used at the front. They're quite simple to build, but despite that, they look really great. They remind me of the AT-AT walkers from LEGO Star Wars. The front also finishes off with some great headlights. They're blue, round, 1x1 flat pieces, and they really complement the whole blue-greenish color scheme very well. You may have noticed 2 dinosaurs piloting this Rex Explorer, and the front part can actually detach the front vehicle, and then you can actually see the full body of the dinosaur. The dinosaur pieces are nothing new, but the color is. It's exclusive to 2019, and it's new to this set completely. He is piloting with the help of a computer over here. And it's a sticker, not a printed piece, unfortunately. I do wish that LEGO printed a lot more pieces. Even if it would add up to the general cost of the set, I still would like to see printed elements as opposed to stickers. And these side walls can be seen as barriers or winglets. However, I do not see them being used as winglets in the LEGO Movie 2, simply because the aerofoils are just a little bit too small to levitate this whole thing. And I don't think they could even stabilize this thing, because the dinosaur's mass is huge, and, you know, it weighs several tons, if not more. And that is why these tiny winglets just cannot stabilize this model. Over on the front of this tiny model, we do get some stud shooters. We've taken a close look at the front. Now we shouldn't forget about the sides. First, looking at the green side, or the right side. There is nothing special here on the exterior, until you actually open this door. On the inside, you will just find a couple of spring-loaded missiles, in case you lose any if you're disorganized like me. Moreover, you do get some seats. The shape of this set, and the fact that it has seats on the inside, really makes me believe that it is a transport or a carrier for some soldiers. Now let's take a look at the left side, or the blue side. It's actually very bland from the exterior. However, when you open it, a couple of major good things are revealed. First, you get this Rex's skateboard, or a dinosaur skateboard. In fact, I'm not even sure. Probably a dinosaur, because it's a very large size, and it's what dinosaurs need to accommodate their large size. It's actually designed quite well, and uses one of these shield elements in a very creative way, as seen as in the Nexonites series and in the castle themes earlier. Right under the roof of the ship, we can see two of Rex's weapons and a computer. Everything is detachable over here. And, again, the computer piece is a sticker. I do really wish they made something printed. For example, in the Fortrex of 2016, they had the Murloc hologram, which was printed. The back features an openable entrance for ground-based vehicles. Unfortunately, no ground-based vehicles come in this set, so that's a big disappointment. This feature reminds me of the Neptune carrier from LEGO Atlantis of 2010. In fact, the TV special had a whole segment featuring the garage bay and the whole thing opening, and you can see the bubbles coming out. It was pretty cool. If you detach this top piece, it actually features a weapons module which could be attached to any dinosaur, like this. Now, usually I'm not a fan of stud shooters. However, the way it is used here is actually quite appropriate and doesn't stand out as much. I want you to take one last glance at the ship. Look at all the textures and observe the overall color scheme of this set, and decide for yourself whether or not you like it. If you want my opinion, the color scheme works very well in this set, and the model uses a lot of interesting building techniques, so you should definitely buy it if you want to try out these new techniques. I also do think this is a great parts donor for those dark blue elements and some, light green elements as well, but you don't get as much. It's mostly a dark blue parts donor. Let's finish off this review by observing the miniature builds of this set. First, you get this weird octopus-like creature, where if you press his head, his tentacles activate. I do really love the glitter pieces used in this overall build, and the color scheme is just crazy. I do really love these crazy color schemes. Now you get this weird, colorful, four-legged creature with big eyes, and I'm suspecting that the majority of the plot will be centered around these Duplo-like characters. Next, we get Rex's storage compartment. If you take off these top plates, you'll find a couple of soda cans inside the Rex's compartment. Say that 3 times fast. Looking at the big figs, we can see that the two dinosaurs are almost identical, with the exception of their heads. The one who's supposed to be piloting in the top half gets the green face, and the one who is controlling the detachable vehicle just gets a plain blue face. Now, I do really like the minifigures. Emmett's costume has nothing new, but his face varies from set to set. Rex is also a great minifigure. He does feature a cool new costume with an excellent detailed printing on both the front and the back. He also does get a double face, just like Emmett. Perhaps my favorite part of Rex would have to be his hairpiece. I believe it's new to 2019, and just complements his overall appearance in a positive way. Here's one last look at the whole set. I hope you enjoyed my review of it. Please support my channel by leaving a like, commenting down below what you thought of it, and subscribing to me. Don't miss any notifications from my channel because I'll be posting reviews every 2 days. Subscribing to me will make sure you never miss out on any of my videos. This is your Brain Cells here, and I'll see you in the next one.